Have you ever sat down at your computer with the thought, it's time to network? You open up LinkedIn, you're all ready and overwhelmed, confusion, being lost. What do you even do? What are you supposed to do? So what you end up doing instead is you scroll or you end up on LinkedIn Jobs or Indeed or not doing anything, which means networking not done. Well, if that's you, then you must watch this training. Stay tuned. Well, hello there. I'm Sarah Curto, the career coach that helps people go from dreading their days to loving their life, their work, where they're energized, making the difference they want to be making while having more money, more time, and more energy to live the life that they want. So, welcome and thank you for watching this training video. Every week, I like to drop a new video that gives you tips and tricks on everything to do with your career, with your job search, with getting that promotion, with career changes. So if this is you, then I want you to hit that subscribe button and even maybe hit the notification so you don't miss a single one. Okay, so let's build a networking strategy. First, I want to tell you the purpose, like why you even network, because we need to talk about this. Probably you think that the purpose of networking is to get a job, and it is not. And the reason it is not is because asking, do you know of any job openings, is transactional. It's one single transaction. So if their answer is no, the story is done to them. They're not out there hearing things and thinking, oh, so-and-so, because their brain has sort of shut and closed off that transaction. So instead, I want you to think about networking like it's just you building relationships. It's finding people who are or who can become invested in your success. Now, let me say that again. It's finding people who are or can be invested in your success. Because if they care about your career, they are going to think of you. We're not shutting that transaction down. It keeps you in their brain. So it allows us to tap into recency bias, where you're in their brain, they hear of an opportunity or they hear of or think of some issue or problem that you could solve, and it can create an opportunity. So this is why networking is more than a mass email or only networking events, or even just sending emails to people we don't know. We tend to think of networking as just like one thing. And it's either that mass email, which feels icky, or it's only networking events, which is overwhelming and scary, or sending emails to people we don't know, which is like, are we allowed to do that even? So we immediately shut it down. In fact, networking is a mixed bag of tricks. It's a collection of activities taken from my 4 different pillars. And when we combine these activities, we pick the ones we want and we feel comfortable with, we can create a networking strategy that works for us, that opens doors, and that feels incredible because we begin engaging with people and with people outside of our little world that we tend to live in. So this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 different pillars. The first pillar is reconnecting. So reconnecting is really just reaching out to people who are already in your network. So we can categorize them into like managers or people who'd be references, people who oversaw your work or who literally hired you in the past, to people that we worked with in the past, currently work with, to friends and family, to people we went to school with, people we've met before at networking events. So these are all people we know. They are our current network. This does not count LinkedIn connections of people we've never met. I have a lot of those people. These are people who have some sense of who we are. They're already halfway, if not all the way, invested in our success. So these are some of the maintenance or like turning back on relationships. So what I would like you to consider doing, the big takeaway for you right now with this pillar is maybe reach out to an old manager or reference or a close colleague that you no longer work with. That would be a great activity for you to do this week. Let me know if you're going to do that. Okay, pillar number 2 is find your community. So find your community is a little bit more of a group of people. Now, communities, what I find are they're great for support. They're great for introductions. They are not the networking connections that you meet once and will immediately find you a job or immediately invested in your success. It's like the launching off point. Now, we can find a community within a variety of different ways. Networking events is one of them. It is probably the most common, the easiest way. I have an article on networking events that I'll share below on how to navigate them. As someone who hates them, like, it's okay just to not talk to people. I've been that person multiple times, but it's also okay to only talk to one person. I've also been that person multiple times. But there's other ways we can find our community. It can be in an association. So if you are an HR professional or an engineering or project manager or a compensation and benefits person, it's just going to say comp. But there's so many different associations out there that you can be a member of, and you can attend any events or webinars, or even just engage on their social media as part of that community. There are job searching communities like the Career Love Academy, my group coaching monthly membership. There are apps even for that. There's 10,000 Coffees, which usually a lot of organizations use. There is also, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the name of another one, where it's like a Tinder, but it's like a swipe, like it's kind of like matching you up with like-minded individuals. But there are lots of different ways for you to sort of find a community of like-minded individuals. So the goal for you potentially this week, and suggested activity that you could do, is find an organization, association, or a membership of like-minded individuals. You don't even have to do anything with it. You can just Google to see, does it even exist? What do I maybe want to do something with that? Okay, pillar number 3 is meet new people. This is the hard one. But for some people, this is the easier one. But this is not meeting new people in a community sort of group setting. This is meeting new people in a one-on-one setting. So this is really where you are targeting the companies and organizations that you want to work at. So let's pretend that you want to work with the Ontario government. It's a common one, or Microsoft or Amazon, or you want to work in a small boutique firm of some sort, or a Canadian organization. Identify the organizations you want to work at, and then find who works there. Figure that out. Who works there in jobs that would be similar to yours? Who would work in jobs that you would maybe report into, or your boss would report into? Figure out who is in there, and to see who you could connect with to find out more information about what it's like to work there. So my takeaway goal for you this week is to pick an organization, research them on LinkedIn, and reach out to a peer, so someone who'd be doing the same job as you at another organization. And the purpose of the email is just to ask for information. You're impressed with their career. It's incredibly exciting what this organization is doing. You would love to find out more about what they do, what their day-to-day looks like, and what it's like to work for such an esteemed organization. Okay, so pillar number 4, online presence. This is your social media. This is usually LinkedIn. Like, you pick one social media platform to start. I suggest LinkedIn first. And if you've mastered that and have gotten out everything you want out of that, then you could extend it somewhere else. And this is you showcasing your value and reputation. It's kind of like building an online community of like-minded individuals, but it's also generating interest in what you have to say. Now, this starts really small. So I recommend watching the LinkedIn video from last week. We'll share the video here so that you can see my 5 steps to getting the LinkedIn algorithm to work for you. But it's also a very easy way to ease into it, which means my goal for you this week is not too hard. So I want you to begin liking and maybe even commenting on some posts on LinkedIn. Now, let me know which of these things you're going to do. Once you've done them, come back and tell me how it went. If it resulted in you meeting with somebody and getting them invested and you feeling excited, like reigniting that excitement about your career again, let me know. If you need help with this, ask away, ask your questions. I'll answer them. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll be here next week with another training. Take care. Have a great one. Bye. If this training resonated with you, then join the Career You Love Academy. It's my group coaching monthly membership program that takes unhappy workers who are unfulfilled, exhausted, and dreading their days to finding work they love, where they're finally making more money, more of an impact, while having the time and energy to truly enjoy and love their life. You can join us by going to www.sarahcurto.ca/CYLA. Now that's a Sarah without an H. So it's www.saracurto.ca/CYLA. See you in there.